This is V from a Canadian RVer. What I'm doing in this video is, well, I'm going to show you what I do for a winter maintenance. So winter is set in. This is our second snowfall up at our RV site. And I'm just going to walk through a few things that I do just to keep our Georgetown in good shape for over winter by starting the engine, starting the generator, checking all our tires. So let's start. First thing we're going to do is we're going to walk back here because I have the ability to have power on my RV all year now. So what I've done is I've left the power hookup, and you can see right there where underneath we've got the power cord in, and our power box is right over there where it's all locked, and we do have service. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to disconnect the RV from the power source. So this way I'm clear and free of any hydro or any power that's coming in from the city system here. So that's the first thing we'll do, but because I need both my hands, I'll be right back. So the first thing is I've disconnected the power, and let's take a walk inside. But before we do that, since I'm out here, the next thing that I do is I've got all my tires covered, and I'll just check to make sure they're nice and hard on the outsides. It's kind of hard doing the dually, but at least we know that most of the tires are well. I'm gonna walk up to the front tire, do the same test. Just make sure it's nice and hard by banging on it. We'll do the other side, and I'm just gonna fix the cover on this a little bit. Nice and hard, we're good there. And you can see a bit of snow has fallen on the ground here. We'll go over and check our other tire here. Yeah, all the tires feel good. So let's go inside and we'll start doing the procedures with starting the engine. So here we are on the inside, and I've got most of the cupboards open. Our big residential fridge, I've got one of the doors open here just to allow it to breathe, and it's all cleaned out. All our furniture's in. Right into the back bedroom area, I've got all the doors open. I've got the hatches or the upper cabinets open, just because when the sun comes in on one side or the other, it'll allow it to heat up the inside of the coach a lot better. So everything's in, all the slides are in. So what we're going to do first off that I'd like to try to do is I'm going to start the engine. And I'm thinking that, well, that this is time. I've got a red book right down there where I keep all my logs of when I do my engine starts and generator starts. So first of all, let's just do the engine. Now I've got everything all covered up, which I'll pull away, and we'll start the engine. All right, sitting down, ready to go. Everything looks good, and let's start her up and see how it goes. There we are, we're running. We got our RPMs up. Our fuel looks good, it's full. And what I try to do before I winterize it is I fill it up with premium fuel and put in stabilizer, because I won't be using it for a good 4, 5 months, 6 months until it gets warm around here. So we're gonna let this run, and just, you know, let it run, let it go through its paces. Let's warm up. Could put the heater on. One of the other good ideas is to run some all the antifreeze through the system. So we're gonna put that on there and let it run through, and it's full heat. So that'll just run the fluid, the antifreeze, through the engine and through the heating system. And we'll let this run for a good 10-20 minutes. Just once I see my temperatures come up right there. I know it's kind of a bad shot, but once those temperatures come up, we'll be good to go, and just let the engine run till it warms up. So we'll come back, and then what we'll do is we should warm up and run the generator, but I have another procedure which I'd like to show you about that. But right now I'm going to go into my book here and log my engine time that I've started it today, and we'll come back with the generator. The next thing I do is I come up here to my panel that I've installed, and this is my Bogart battery monitoring system, and it tells me right now that the alternator, the engine, is putting 64.3 volts, or sorry, 63.2 amps into the system, and that's really good for the batteries. It'll give them a good full charge, and my IntelliPower unit is full out too. So, but it's really good. So we're getting a good zap into the batteries. It's 98%. I also have power on them all the time, so they're in a trickle charge, and that's why they'll stay up, because there is certain things in the RV that of course keeps taking power, like the propane vapor detectors and the steps and lights and so on, that always stay on. So again, 14.6 volts coming out of the engine, 14.0 volts on the house battery system, and 63.7 amps going in to the lithium-ion battery. So it's something good to check. Now this part right here is my surge guard, and that's off right now because I've disconnected the power from the outside. So we'll just keep letting that run and letting everything warm up, and we'll start the generator soon. While I'm waiting for the engine to come up to temperature, I'd like to show you something else I've done. This is the first year, and what this is sitting in the sink here, what they're calling it is damp raid, and it's supposed to be a moisture absorber. And where I found this was at Walmart, and it's great for of course RVs and boats, and I've had smaller units before, but this one here, you leave it like this, and you can feel it here where it's kind of like crispy on the top when you can press it in, but you can tell that it's just full of absorbent material. And that's what I've done. I've just leave it in here in the sink, and you can tell that it's actually doing its job, because the moisture content is really good in here. There's nothing on the windows, on the walls, and of course there's no heat in here. But so I thought I'd give it a try. But this is what it's called. It's Damp Raid, and picked it up at Walmart. So we're giving it a try for the first year. Again, not sponsored. And I purchased this just to give it a try. So we'll let you know how this turns out later on in maybe spring, and see if how it we'll open this up, I guess, and have a look inside. But all you're supposed to do is just take the cover off, leave it like this, and it'll absorb through there. So we'll see what happens. But let's go back to the engine and see what the temperature is. All right, this is a little better to see the gauges. I've turned on my LEDs that I've installed. While driving in bright sunlight, it's very hard to see this dash. So in one of my other videos, you'll see where I've installed all the lighting and the various control systems that we have here. But what I can see right now is, if I just move down this way, you can see where the temperature is doing pretty good. And I'll just rev the engine once or twice. And it's come up really nice in temperature. The transmission, of course, is not going to come up that much because we're basically not using it. But when we look at everything else on the engine, it's good. And we'll give it a few RPM shots just to bring up the RPMs. So that is really good. That is really good. And let's go back to our hours of running on the engine. So there we go, that's our engine running time. It's 695.4 hours. It's been running about 15 minutes now, so it's all good. At least the temperature's come up. I'm happy with that. And we'll carry on now with the generator. All right, the engine's off right now, and I'm gonna use my internal switch, which is sitting right down here. And we're gonna, the generator's ready to go. We're gonna prime it. And the light flashes, make sure it's primed very well. And here we go, we're gonna start the generator and warm it up. There we go. Generator status light says it's up and running. I can hear it, and let's go outside and have a look. And I'll tell you what I do when I come back in, how I put the generator under load. So now what I'm doing is walking back to the generator just to check it, to make sure that it's working properly, and you can see where it's exhausting right there. But let's open up and have a look inside. So there it is, working away. Everything looks good. There's nothing leaking. Exhausting nice. There's no smoke. I also did another video which I did the servicing of oil changes and stuff, and if I remember, I'll link that to the bottom too. So everything looks good there. We'll close it back up. All right, so we're back at our thermostat here right now in the coach. And you remember when I installed the Bluetooth thermostats, I have the app right here. So we're going to run the app and just see how it connects. And there we go. They both came on. And this is, it says right there, front unit. So we're going to put this on heat strips, because in my 2 air conditioning units, I have heat strips, not reversed air conditioning in them, and that works better, I think. So anyway, let's flip them both together here. We've got them into the shot. So there's the fan, there's the air conditioning, there's the heat, there's the heat strip right at the bottom. You see where it says heat strip, and it's the same on that unit right there. So you'll hear the generator kind of go under load a bit. There it goes. And now I can hear that the AC is running, or the air unit right now with the heat strip, the air conditioner unit. And I can see everything on my phone there too. So that's still the Dometic Bluetooth system, and we've got a YouTube video on that, and I'll see if I can link it in the description so you can have another look at that. So that's good, that's all up and running. But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna actually leave this one, and we're gonna cancel that. Oops, didn't cancel, sorry about that. It's pretty hard with one hand. I'm hitting cancel instead of disconnect. There we go, we disconnected. So now I want the bedroom unit, and so there it is, the bedroom unit's connected right now. So let's do the same with that. We're gonna actually put that on so that it's doing the heat strip again in that one. And there it is, heat strip. And I'll hear the generator load for a split second. There it goes. There's the unit running. And this unit, of course, is right up in there in the back bedroom. My thermostat is right there. Very hard to see because there's not much light. Let me flip some light on. There it is there, and it's saying that it's the same as this and the same as on my phone. So again, back in this area, I've got everything all opened up, lidded air, and it's working great. So now at least we're getting some kind of heat in the coach here. Not that we really need it, or what I'm trying to achieve is to load the generator down so that it will have actually some push against it, and it'll generate some current. So that's my 2 AC units running right now. Now we're just going to take a walk to the front. A little tighter with everything closed up. And here's my unit. That's running right there. And you can see where I've got the AC silencers on it. I've got another video, or 2 videos, or 3 videos on working on that. So they're nice and quiet, they're doing a job. And right here, if I put my hand up to that, I can feel slightly warmer right now. And we're now running the generator and punching out the current to run the 2 AC units with heat strips. So let's let it keep running for a little while as it warms up the coach and warms up the generator. Well, now instead of walking to the back of the coach into the bedroom area, I can use my app here that's connected to my Bluetooth thermostat back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off just by touching it once. You see it's gone off, and the air unit will stop running in the next few minutes. And I can hear the generator kind of loaded up a little bit or unloaded a little bit. because the other unit has been disconnected. So let's do this. Let's take the front one off here too. So I'm going to disconnect from that one, and you can see the app. Now I'm going to connect to the front unit. I'm touching that, and you can see where it's the heat strips are on. It's supposed to go up to 80 degrees. It'll never do it right now in this temperature because it's below freezing outside. So we're going to turn this off, and I'm going to show you if I can just pull back here a little bit. So the air unit is running right there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off. So there it is, it's off, and we'll wait till the unit times out. There we go. The unit stopped, all with remote control off my Dometic Bluetooth app on my iPhone. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to look around. I can hear the generator still running. We'll let it run just for a few more minutes, just to let it cool off a little bit from the load that we had it under with the 2 units running. And what I plan to do is probably come up here once every few weeks or a month, and depending on the snow conditions and whatever. But you can see today it's snowing. There's a bit of snow on the ground, but it's also melting too. But this is the start of our typical winter here in Ontario, Canada. And so the next thing I'm going to do is turn off my lights on my dash. There's my generator control. I've logged it into the book that I've started it right in there. And there's where it's running. So we should have another minute or so. We'll turn it off. But it being so cold outside, it probably won't need a lot of time to cool off from loading it. And I'm just going to switch it off right now. And right there. So the generator's off. That looks good. What I'm going to do is now turn off my lighting system on my dash. That's done. And what I'm going to do, because we have a lot of light. Now I've left all my windows open, and the reason I've done that is from the west here, because we face kind of northwest, that we get a lot of beautiful sunshine coming in when the sun shines. So I thought rather than just cooking everything in the sun, I would just put my sheet back on it, and that covers up the dash and the seats and everything else. So everything's good. Now the last thing I'm going to do is just to go out and plug my power back into my coach and wait till the SureGuard or Safeguard is actually tested the power and then comes back on. So final step to go. We're going to go outside and plug the power back into the coach, and we should see all our control system come back here to normal. So see you outside. One quick visual inspection. Everything looks good. We've got our fridge door that's ajar open, and that'll keep the air circulating in there, and everything looks good. So we're on our way out, and we'll lock up and connect our power up to the coach. So I've connected my power cord, which is sitting right in there, and I'm just going to check that my surge guard is correct, and you can see where the lights are blinking right there. The 2 lines are on, so the power's good. It's just timing out as it checks everything before it clicks in, and within about 90 seconds or so it'll click on. You'll get a top green light, and everything's good to go again. So this is V from a Canadian RVer. This is what we do during winter to keep our Class A in tip-top shape by running the engine, the generator, and the tire checks and visual checks. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again in our next video.